going on, everybody? So today we are going to take a look at a very cool dry fire training system from Mantis. This is the Blackbeard X, and this is a new release for them in, as you can see, AR-10. So for you AR-10 guys out there that were looking for the Mantis dry fire system, now it is here. Now Mantis did reach out to me. They sent this in for review. This box has not been opened. We're going to open the box, see what you get inside. We're going to check it out together. We're going to see how easy it is to link up the app. They have an app where it tracks the movement of your gun and all that kind of jazz. We're going to put it in an AR-10 and we're going to play with it down here in the basement because that's what this is for. Now, guys, when I used to compete a lot in 3-gun, 2-gun, USPSA, IDPA, there was a saying we had back in the day. I don't know if the kids still use it, but we used to say matches are won and lost in the basement. And by that, we meant on how much you dry fire and dry practice and practice your reloads without any live ammunition. So if you are a shooter, and I don't mean somebody who goes out and fires 50 rounds a year, if you are a shooter, you consider yourself a shooter, you know how expensive ammunition is nowadays. So for basically for the price of about 250 rounds of 7.62 by 51, you could get yourself the Mantis Blackbeard X for your AR-10 and have endless, you just got to replace the batteries, endless trigger pulls, endless training time in your basement, and use the app. We're going to check it out on this phone. We're going to download it. Use the app to track all kinds of information that is relevant. So let's open the box. Well, actually, let's turn it over and see what. Okay, so it says Blackbeard by Mantis X. Transform your rifle and your trigger into a laser dry firing behemoth. World-class real-time shooting performance analysis and feedback system. Now, that is one of the other things. Also, you got red, green, and infrared laser options. You can take up to 10 dry fire shots per second. That's pretty fast. Now, the other thing with this system is, which is very cool, is it resets the trigger for you. So back in the day, a lot of you guys, especially with guns like Glocks, you would present to the target, pull the trigger, and you'd have to rack the slide, pull the trigger every time. You don't have to do that with this. That's why one of the other reasons this is so very cool. So let's take the sleeve off and just see what we get in the box. Again, first time, as you can see, it has not been opened. So this would be just like if you purchase this for yourself, you'd be able to see what you get in the box. So you get a very cool sleeve here. Let me put this in a very cool bag, protective case. That's cool. It's kind of a Cordura type of material. Let's just see what it says. Mantis Blackbeard right there. All right, so there's a little pouch up here with a card, instruction guide for the AR-10. That's pretty cool, man. You know, it's not a giant book full of stuff, but using the Blackbeard integrated Mantis X AR-10. So it gives you all the instructions you need here. Ensure the bolt carrier group is in the 4 position. So it gives you everything you need to know here. Recharging, laser alignment. There's also QR code to scan for your online instruction guide. And guys, they have videos on their YouTube channel on how to operate this system. So let's just, you know what? Let me get my AR-10 and we will just see how well this works. This is, guys, this is a solid, okay, this is no joke. Like, this is a solid feeling system right here. You got, obviously this is a charging cable, so there are no batteries to replace. That's pretty cool. But this is, it's got weight to it, man. It's got It's got a little bit of weight to it. It doesn't feel like, now it is made out of some type of plastic, of course, as you can see, but it feels very like substantial. It's quality. You could tell it's quality. That's pretty cool. So let me get my AR-10. I'll get it out right here and we'll install all this stuff and go over, let me move this out of the way, and go over just the basic operation of it. So I'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. So as you can see, we have, let me move this out of the way. We have my AR-10, which happens to be a PSA G310 or whatever. It is a Palmetto State Armory AR-10. And we're just gonna read the instructions. We're gonna follow the instructions exactly to see how this sucker works. Okay. Installation, ensure the bolt carrier, the BCG group, is in the forward position in battery. So it looks like they break this down step by step so that it's super easy to follow. All right, retract the lower receiver takedown pin and open up the upper receiver. So in this case, we'll probably remove this magazine first. And let's just reset the hammer. Or actually it's forward, I think, on the, so we'll just follow the instructions exactly. Okay, we have now separated the two halves. Let me set this over here like that, per instructions. Remove the existing charging handle and bolt carrier group. All right, we are going to do that. Let's get this out of the way. Set this back here. Insert Blackbeard bolt carrier group. Okay, let's do that. This stuff out of the way. We have inserted the Blackbeard AR-10 bolt carrier group. Press the hammer back into the rear until it locks into place. We just did that. Close the upper receiver and re-secure the takedown pin. Okay, we did that. Now insert the Blackbeard magazine into the mag well. Okay, and it made a noise. Very cool, very cool. I don't know what that noise was, but that's pretty cool. Operation. Blackbeard will automatically reset the trigger every time a trigger break is detected. To use Blackbeard, simply disengage the safety and press the trigger. All right, safety's already off. Let's just kind of do a little... Holy... Okay, okay. That's pretty cool. You hear that? You see it automatically reset? And you can't see over here, but it is setting off a green laser every time. Okay, that's very cool. All right. Retract the lower receiver for removal. No, recharging. Yeah, you plug it in. Laser alignment. Laser-enabled Blackbeard models may require adjustment to achieve the desired point of impact. Alignment may need to be adjusted for different firearms in different sights. Install Blackbeard system in the firearm. Toggle the laser control on and off, which is that little spot right there. And then, okay, so this is cool. So you can, here's where you toggle the laser on and off. This is up and down, left and right to get the desired point of impact. So let's say you are in a basement that only has, you know, your farthest shot might be 20 yards, which is a big basement, you know, 10 to 15 or maybe, and you can adjust the point of impact with that. Very cool. Very cool. So this is, you don't have to use it with the app is my understanding. You can just use it to practice your trigger control. Okay, my OCD, I mean my autism. That's very cool. That is very cool. Let me see if I can pick this up and see if we can do it on the table here. You can see the, there you go. Look at that, man. That is, now, when I have obviously seen some of this stuff online before they sent this to me, and doing my research, let me move this camera back a little bit. I kind of wanted to get myself as familiar as possible with this system without actually getting into my hands. And after watching the videos, I wasn't sure that It looked like in some of the videos that maybe they were just kind of pulling the trigger a little bit, but this gives you a full trigger reset. Now, it's not launching the hammer all the way down, but it does feel like it is completely releasing the hammer and resetting it. So you get an authentic, you can hear you get an authentic trigger pull every time you pull that. That's very cool. All right, folks, so we have downloaded the Mantis X app. And here we are on the welcome screen. It says get started, press the button on your Mantis X hardware device to turn it on. Once the green LED is blinking, press the connect button in the app to connect the app to the Mantis device. Now, I don't know if it has to be in, because here's the little button. I don't know if it has to be in the firearm or not. Let's try. Let's try it without it in the firearm first and see. All right, it's blinking blue. As we can see, now hit connect. Connecting. All right, there we are. So, looks like you have BBX Dynamics. I don't know what that is. Let's click on that. Warning, please double check your chamber and magazines. Okay. Increase speed while maintaining a good score. Shoot multiple targets, minimum of 2, focusing on straight transitions. Okay, so they have like training. You can work on your transitions, plates, daily challenge around the corner. Drills, open training, shot timer, par timer, Mantis X benchmark. Let's try open training. Shoot any number of shots at any pace. Review your scores and trace view. This drill is not timed. Press the drill icon to modify. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to set this right here. Let me put this in the rifle. And then I'm going to get this rifle out of the way. And let's just see a little bit of, let's leave this phone right here. Hit start. And now I'm just going to fire it at the wall. You'll be able to hear it clicking. See what happens. Oh, whoa, look at that. Score a support hand pushing. Okay. So 7 shots. You heard it. Like, let me put this in. Okay. This is freaking cool. Okay. This is freaking cool. Let me just point this at, let me try to get some of this stuff out of the way. I'm still trying to keep the phone inside here. And then, because I didn't get the chance to see it real time, I'm going to just point at the wall. Look at that. Let me move it around. There we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's moving all over the place. Look at that. When I shift the rifle way off, like it's jumping, and then let me try to hold it steady. Let me try to hold it as steady as I can. That's very cool. That is very cool. So that's just a basic. It looks like you can go through the whole thing. It tells you support hand pushing, not enough trigger finger. Okay, so you could click on the mistakes, pushing with your firing hand. Now that was me, holding it all here. Tracks your shots. Guys, this is cool. Open training, score 40 in total time, 54.8 seconds. Total shots done. That is cool. Let's reset that. So yeah, there it is on the app. This is par timer shot. This is fantastic. This is very cool. You go to your history, trigger control last month. I just downloaded it. So, but this shows you all the training you could do. Kneeling. This is cool. I am very impressed with this, man. So I'm going to spend some time with this app and just mess with it and see if I can improve my trigger pulls and all that other kind of stuff. That's very cool. All right, folks, final thoughts on the Mantis Blackbeard X AR-10 dry fire laser training system. I think it's awesome, man. I was a little hesitant watching some of the videos out there about the AR-15 version of this. And by the way, they make it for 5 different rifles for AR-15, now AR-10, SCAR, heavy and light, SIG MCX. So they're going to be making more in the future. But my biggest concern about it was the feel of the trigger and the trigger pull, because it almost looks like it is in the videos you've seen, and maybe in this video it's coming across to you guys. It seems like, oh, that's not a real trigger pull, that's a half trigger pull. No, it is a legit, it feels like a legit dry fire trigger pull. Okay, it's all the way back. It has already reset it. There's the disconnector releasing the hammer again. Now it doesn't go all the way forward and hit the firing pin, obviously. It's only coming up a little bit and being pushed back down, but it feels every bit the same as if you were to sit here and dry fire and then have to rack one and dry fire and that's a pain in the butt. And that's why a lot of people don't dry fire. This takes care of that. This is made from very solid plastic material. It does not feel cheap. It feels quality. You can practice your reloads with it, you know what I mean? Practice your reloads and then get back on it. It's awesome. And for about the price of about 300 rounds of 7.62 by 51, which I don't know about you, but I'm capable of blowing that in one range session in an afternoon. So for about the price of that, you can have continuous, almost go anywhere in your house, your basement, your man room, whatever, and practice dry firing. And when I was shooting a lot of competitions when I was younger, there was this saying going around that matches are won and lost in the basement. What they meant by that was how much dry firing and dry fire training and reloading you were putting into it manifested itself out on the range. And it really does work, guys. Dry fire really does work. Some of the features here, again, if I didn't mention it, it's all red, so you know you are in training mode. There's no confusing this for any live fire magazines or anything. Right there's the button to change the laser from green to red or infrared. There is the windage and elevation adjustments right there. And in the little bag you get with your charging cable, you get your little Allen wrench to adjust it. You get a sticker, that's cool. And you get your recharging cable, which goes right in there. So no batteries to have to replace, no AA's, AAA's, whatever. I think this is a very valuable tool for your dry fire and training purposes. Is it exactly the same as firing live ammunition? Of course not. But with the prices of live ammunition and the amount of training you get with this for the price, this is a tool you should add to your arsenal. It is to your training regimen. There's a link in the pinned comment or in the description below for you to go to the website, check it out. I highly recommend this. I think dry firing is very important in maintaining your skill, your trigger control. And a lot of people can't get out to the range due to money, due to family obligations, due to jobs, due to whatever. So they don't practice a lot. This lets you do that for pennies on the dollar, really, if you consider how many trigger pulls you can get out of the sucker. So I like doing that. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.